Welcome back to the Salem Food and Drink Quest. If you watched part 1, congratulations, you've successfully survived the first leg of our culinary treasure hunt. Hopefully, you've also loosened your belt a notch because we are just getting started.
We've already discovered some incredible places to eat, uncovered a few unexpected surprises along the way, and thanks to our trusty Discovery Map of Salem, we've managed to avoid wandering around downtown asking complete strangers, where should we eat? Which, let's be honest, is how most vacations begin.
The Discovery Map has been doing exactly what a great treasure map should do, leading us to hidden gems we probably would have walked right past otherwise. So, grab your appetite, lace up those walking shoes one more time, and let's continue following the map as we discover even more amazing restaurants, fascinating history, and a few unexpected detours that make Salem one of the most enjoyable cities to explore on foot.
When we ended part 1, we were making our way to one of Salem's most famous streets, Essex Street.
If Salem has a heartbeat, this is it. For centuries, Essex Street has served as Salem's commercial center. Merchants, shops, theaters, businesses, historic buildings.
Today, the pedestrian mall allows visitors to experience the city at walking speed. No cars, no rushing, just exploration. And this is where the Discovery Map truly shines, because you can wander, you can discover, you can follow your curiosity. And one of the sweetest discoveries waiting here is Kakawa Chocolate House. Now, this is not simply a candy shop. This is chocolate archaeology. Kakawa studies the history of chocolate itself. Their drinking chocolate elixirs are inspired by recipes from various historical periods and cultures. Aztec warrior, Marie Antoinette, Jeffersonian, chocolate chai, rose almond, Salem spice. Suddenly drinking chocolate becomes time travel. You aren't ordering hot cocoa, you're drinking history. The shop also produces artisan chocolates, truffles, baked goods, caramels, and handmade creations. Many items are produced right there.
The cafe atmosphere encourages visitors to slow down and enjoy the experience. And honestly, after several miles of walking Salem, sitting down with a historic chocolate elixir feels like discovering treasure.
Next, turning down Hawthorne Boulevard to Derby, our trail leads us to Witchside Tavern. This restaurant understands exactly where it lives. The atmosphere embraces Salem's witchy identity, hand-painted artwork, historic surroundings, themed menu items, a warm tavern environment. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all available. Eggs Benedict, witch's omelets, lobster Benedict, burgers, nachos, pulled pork tots, Salem burgers. Comfort food with personality. And what I appreciate most is that Witchside doesn't feel generic. You couldn't pick this restaurant up and drop it into another city. It belongs here. It feels like Salem. And you can watch a longer video about them right here on this channel.
If we continue along Derby Street, the city itself becomes part of our adventure. Derby Street was the waterfront lifeline of Salem's maritime empire. Merchants lived here, ships loaded cargo nearby. International trade flowed through these streets.
Today, walking Derby Street feels like walking through layers of Salem history. Federal architecture, historic homes, commercial buildings, the waterfront, the past and present standing side by side. And then we reach another discovery on our adventure, the historic Derby Wharf.
This may be one of the most important places in Salem. Constructed beginning in 1762 and extended over decades, Derby Wharf connected Salem to the world.
Ships departed for Europe, Asia, and distant ports. Goods arrived, fortunes were made, the city grew wealthy. Today, visitors can walk the entire length of the wharf. The harbor stretches around you. The lighthouse stands at the end. The Friendship replica ship sits nearby, and suddenly you understand why Salem became Salem. The Discovery Map brought us here because sometimes the best thing you can consume during a food tour is a little history.
And after spending time along Derby Wharf, taking in all that maritime history, salt air, and centuries of Salem's seafaring legacy, the Discovery Map wisely points us towards something slightly more modern, but still perfectly Salem in its own way.
Welcome to Jaho Coffee and Wine Bar. Now, this is one of those places that immediately makes sense the moment you walk in. Because Salem doesn't just run on history and haunted memories. It also runs on caffeine. Jaho's Derby Street location is the original Salem Cafe, opening its doors back in August of 2005, and it's been serving as one of Pickering Wharf's most consistent gathering spots ever since. And in a city that changes personality every October, having a place that anchors you back to normal human existence is actually kind of essential. By day, it's a specialty coffee shop. By night, it shifts into a wine bar. And in between, it quietly becomes one of those rare spaces where tourists, locals, and tired ghost hunters all end up sitting at the same tables, wondering what they just saw on Essex Street. Jaho takes its coffee seriously, roasting specialty beans and sourcing from around the world. And the same attention carries over to their wine selection. It's the kind of place where you can get an expertly crafted espresso in the morning and then return later for a glass of wine while watching the harbor lights reflect off Pickering Wharf. And honestly, that flexibility makes it incredibly useful for a Salem itinerary.
Now, here's one of those hidden discoveries that many people just walk right past without realizing just how much history they're looking at. Just a little further down Derby is the Daniels House.
This is widely recognized as the oldest inn in Salem, dating back to around 1667. That's right, this building was already standing about 25 years before the Salem witch trials even happened. Originally built by shipbuilder Stephen Daniels, the home has survived centuries of changing history. Over the years, it's been a family residence, a boarding house, apartments, even a day nursery before being beautifully restored into the historic inn visitors can stay in today. Inside, you'll find massive fireplaces, exposed wooden beams, antique furnishings, and rooms that feel like you've stepped directly into colonial New England. Yet, it still offers the modern comforts you'd expect, making it one of the most unique places to stay anywhere in Salem. Finally, a little further down the road, our culinary quest reaches its last destination, the Witch City VFW.
Honestly, this may be one of the biggest surprises of the entire route because this isn't a tourist attraction. This is a local gathering place.
Salem VFW Post 1524 has served veterans and the community since 1927. It offers affordable food, drinks, live music, and a welcoming atmosphere. Burgers, seafood, steak tips, comfort food, good portions, reasonable prices, and perhaps most importantly, it gives visitors an opportunity to experience a piece of Salem that most tourists never see. Supporting local veterans while enjoying a meal feels like an excellent way to end our adventure.
And that really brings us back to the Discovery Map because my trail doesn't have to be your trail. You may stop somewhere longer. You may skip something. You may discover an entirely different restaurant, coffee shop, bookstore, or hidden corner that's, something you didn't even know was there, and that's the beauty of it. You may even feel like a bonus side quest, especially if you're staying just outside of Salem.
If you've booked a hotel over in neighboring Peabody, make a note of the Skinny Pancake inside North Shore Mall. No, you wouldn't want to walk there from downtown Salem, unless your Fitbit is trying to kill you. The Skinny Pancake specializes in fresh-made, sweet and savory crepes, along with burgers, sandwiches, salads, coffee, milkshakes, and even plenty of vegan and gluten-free options. Whether you're craving breakfast, lunch, dinner, or just something covered in chocolate, they've probably got you covered. It's a quick, convenient stop before heading into Salem for the day, or after you've spent hours exploring which city and need to refuel before collapsing back at the hotel. There is so much to discover. Use the websites, phone numbers, and information found on the map to further research the businesses. Visit their pages, learn their stories, plan your own adventure. The Discovery Map, it doesn't tell you where you have to go. It simply shows you what's possible.
Sure, the map will get you from point A to point B, but the real magic happens at points C, D, and E, the places you weren't expecting to discover. Those little surprises are often what end up becoming your favorite memories of the trip. So, I hope this food and drink quest has helped you plan your own Salem adventure and maybe even introduced you to a few places you hadn't heard of before. But don't put that Discovery Map away just yet, because next time we're trading sandwiches for screams. We'll follow the map on Salem's Trail of Monsters, where haunted attractions, creepy museums, legendary creatures, spooky surprises, and some of Salem's most unforgettable Halloween experiences are waiting just around the next corner. And trust me, this trail is going to get delightfully weird. So I'll see you on the next adventure.